So, practice is done, so let's back out and head to the story mode.
Time for us to go. Booby trap.
And
Oh, you choose which one to go with.
yeah, you can have designs which are just, different models.
Okay.
This is Jack's basic model, this is the trainer model, and this is the generic every Veritech model.
Right.
And you have two different variations of Veritech, which is you have V1A, VT1A, and VT10. If you look closely, each one has different statistics. They change your armor, your speed, agility, missiles, and targeting. Targeting is pretty much effectively how you're going to hit everything. Agility and speed, I guess they speak for themselves in terms of pick up the pace, like how fast you can pick up speed and how much speed you get on top.
Right.
Missiles is how much missiles you can hold in your inventory, and armor is how much damage you can take.
Right.
So,
My name is Jack Archer, and I'm a pilot of the Robotech Defense Force. I was born just before the global war.
Oh.
My parents died soon after the war began, so I had to learn how to survive on my own. Sometimes I wonder what kind of person I might have been if things were different. It's one of my darkest fears. If you took the war out of me, would there be anything left?
No.
Probably
The global
not.
war had been going on for a long time. All the experienced pilots were dead. My government was desperate, and the draftees started getting younger and younger. I needed a way to escape all that misery on the ground, so I didn't mind much when I got drafted. Flight training came easy to me. It was like I was meant to be a pilot. They said I had a rare talent, but somehow I didn't see it that way. After a few years, the government dissolved. I became a mercenary, hiring out to any nation that could afford me. I didn't care, just so long as I stayed up in the clouds where I could forget about all the troubles down on Earth.
Don't kill me!
The war ended in a single day. All it took was a miracle. A gigantic alien spaceship broke through hyperspace on a collision course with the Earth and crashed into a small island in the South Pacific called Macross Island. The leaders of the world's nations called a ceasefire and assembled the most brilliant minds of the time to examine the spaceship and assess the possible threat of alien invasion. The evidence they found pointed to a highly advanced civilization with technology far beyond what we had on Earth, something the scientists called robotechnology. But there was an even greater discovery. The scientists found a supply of protoculture aboard the ship, a new and nearly inexhaustible energy source used to power the alien machines. The spaceship was some kind of advanced warship, bristling with powerful weaponry.
Oh no.
They called it the Super Dimension Fortress, or the SDF-1 for short. They began rebuilding the ship as they unlocked the secrets of robotechnology. After the arrival of the SDF-1, work kind of dried up for a while. With the war over, no one wanted to hire mercenaries. The world was at peace for the first time I can remember.
Party!
And I was starting to get used to the idea. And those were happy times.
Until.
I had been living in Macross City, helping to rebuild the SDF-1. I was just getting used to my new life when Roy Fokker, the legendary Skull leader himself, recognized me as I was getting off work. We had met a few times during the war. Sometimes I was on his side, and sometimes I flew against him. Over the years, we ended up forming a friendship. He told me he needed pilots to join a new military outfit called the Robotech Defense Force. Roy said they had some new kind of high-performance fighter that could beat anything I ever flew. They called it a Veritech. I made Roy prove it to me, fighter to fighter.
Cheating!
Why did the military need a transforming fighter? It was well known that the aliens were warriors, but there was one detail that was kept from the public. In a top-secret debriefing, we were informed that evidence from the crash indicated the aliens were 40-foot-tall giants. The RDF developed the Veritech fighter to fight the aliens on their own terms. it would mean the difference between survival and extinction.
Damn aliens.
After my training, I was stationed with the carrier Prometheus on Macross Island. On the day the final construction of the SDF-1 was completed, the entire city prepared to celebrate. That was when the Zentraedi arrived. The SDF-1 belonged to them, and they were determined to take it back.
Whoops. No.
So, yeah, so basically for those of you who didn't hear too much of, who heard it, you probably, for those of you who want to understand what recap is, basically, Jack Archer was born basically as an orphan from war, basically, and eventually became an air pilot.
Right.
And eventually became a mercenary. Then afterwards, the SDF-1, which is basically the Zentraedi, one of the airships or space fortress that came down. They came down and actually caused some, basically it was like meteor fall out from the sky. And then afterwards, the SDF-1 was basically purposed as basically a testing ground. They found a bunch of different things, such as endless energy sources and more advanced technology than humans ever produced, basically. And afterwards, they lived in peace for quite a while. And then Jack eventually came back to join part of the Robotech Defense Force, like you see right now, test out the Battlecry. And now, basically, the Zentraedi found their way back to Earth.
So now we gotta fight them off. Yeah.
Pretty much. Now, like they said, it's a battle between survival and extinction.
Of course.
And it's up against these guys, the Zentraedi. And as you'll see, these guys are pretty vicious customers.
I would think so. They are aliens.
Yeah. This is their technology.
God damn it, they were right! Now I hate illegal aliens! Well, wrong aliens, buddy! Wrong kind of alien! Fucking...
Welcome to Earth is all I can say.
Welcome to Earth, motherfucker.
Welcome to Earth.
These are the kind of aliens I know! You're looking at the wrong kind of aliens.
I hate them.
Always have, always...
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh. Looks like a lot of people for this game did voice acting for the Akira movie, too.
Yeah.
Then,
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because, like I said, for the longest time I didn't actually know that this was based off an anime. So I would assume a lot of the voice actors in here would maybe be high profile. I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, Akira is like known as one of the best of the anime movies. It wasn't even a Studio Ghibli one. Akira's just fucked up.
Yeah. Maybe I should sit down one day and actually do something. I probably should take a look at the Macross. It's so hard to like find a site to legitimately look at the thing, look at the anime, because it's so hard to find like an anime site that actually has that has like an actual thing. Like I found it online on YouTube, so I might just watch it on there. But if I can find it,
A lot of them seem like big freaking. A lot of these guys seem like big anime voice actors.
Yeah.
Cam Clark, Rebecca Forstad, or Hart, Steve Kramer. That name seems
Kramer sounds familiar. Would you like that?
Try to look it up as well. Let me. Steve Kramer.
Who's the voice for who's?
Oh yeah, Cam Clark's voice for Jack Archer. Rebecca Forstad's the voice for Lynn Min-May and Izzy Randall.
Yeah, Izzy is one of Jack's friends. We'll meet her in a bit.
And Lynn Min-May, whoever the hell that is.
That might be one of the, I want to say that's the, is that the person that we're talking to right now? That's, basically, the head right now.
That's what I was thinking. There's also Helena Chase, who is...
That's the next one, so yeah, this might be the first one.
Okay. Okay.
And as you can see, this is one, variation of the gameplay for this game. Big dog fights. So you'll be up in the sky, up in space, going through like all sorts of dogfights. You'll have various different missions to go through, and some of these missions can actually get pretty vicious, like because a lot of the objectives and how they work. But I will say, like, I haven't played this game too much, but I do really like this game. It's a pretty, it's one of the best robot like simulators I've played.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. I think it's the best game with robots I've played.
I remember they were playing one at college one time. It was like I want to say it was like a Gundam Dynasty Warriors kind of game.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I played that one.
That one looked kind of.
That one was alright.
I mean, this one looks a little more in depth. It feels like an Ace Combat.
Yeah.
At least this section does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's like I guess that's the kind of thing you have a little bit of freedom with this kind of anime, I guess, as well. Also, then again, as long as the person behind the game, I guess, is also pretty good, then it should be fine. But like, I guess like one of the things that this game has is freedom is, you know, you can like with the Veritech, you can like you got this pilot thing, you got this you can press down as well, up. Right turns you into your jet, up turns you into a Guardian, left turns you into Veritech. So,
okay.
Keep that into consideration, and yeah, you basically have a little, with how these multiple modes handle, you got a little bit of freedom with how this game plays out. It almost kind of feels, I think it's a really good game for, especially what the series is. This is also coming from a guy that hasn't also watched the series as well, so I wouldn't know as much about this as well. Right. And also, take note of what they said about these guys being giants, because remember that for later. So we'll eventually fight like on-foot soldiers with these guys. And compared to the Veritech, they're actually pretty freaking huge.
Oh, damn. Hang on, damn it!
Yeah, also, if you take into consideration, they also get hurt, so.
Take these guys to school. Oh, wait, partners?
Yep.
Oh, shit. As long as there's no permanent death, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
That'd be a big move.
Come back when you have some skills.
There's gonna be some vicious missions, because the thing is, like, death is kind of something you want to try and do your best to avoid, because you die, then you start beginning the mission, I think.
Ah.
These missions are pretty short, but some of them can get pretty vicious.
Wolf Squadron. As soon as you are refueled and rearmed, proceed to Macross City
Okay.
and assign sectors.
And now we're gonna get to the second style gameplay. The Veritech on foot sections.
Catch me!
Trustful. Yep.
Trustfall. Oh god.
Yeah. Anyways, now the Zentraedi bombarded the city from orbit, and now they've sent ground forces basically to Macross City, the different sectors, and basically our job now is to pretty much kick their ass.
Get them out of the city.
SDF-1 control to Wolf
We're talking
10
the ships, and
and
now we're
alien
fighting them in these battle pods, which is actually a pretty prevalent thing that I've seen in the Macross on
Check
World
your
Assume.
heads-up displays.
Because I've only seen one episode, and they did show a lot of these battle pods as well, so I'm assuming that a lot is also playing in the anime as well.
Right.
But like I said, I don't know
Remember,
too much about
Macross
this.
City wasn't made to accommodate anything the size of a Veritech, so you're
Yeah, these are the on-foot sections. Get used to holding down the X button and boosting, because that's pretty much the best way you're going to be able to make a lot of,
Oh yeah.
cover a lot of ground.
I think so, yeah. You'd be able to travel a lot.
Yeah, be careful with those ones. The one that I just killed actually has missile launchers in the back of their head, so they'll shoot missiles at you as well as shoot laser blast at you.
Oh dear.
So use the alternate fire to get rid of that missiles when they shoot at you, because they do a decent amount of damage, as missiles should. But,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Anyways,
Come on, motherfuckers, pop out already. Oh, come on, my trigger finger's getting itchy. Come on, come on. Hurry!
as you can see by the model, yeah, he has something weird on his head.
Yeah, you bitch.
Now he's dead.
Dumb bitch. What do you think you is?
Heads up!
Help me!
I'm okay.
Why is there always a one-man army? Where are you guys? I'm the only one going through the city doing this shit. Where are the rest of you when I could use your help? I thought we were a team. That's all I'm when we need help. Fuck you! Way to treat your rookie, dicks. Oh god! God, these things run fast.
Anyways.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I got it. Don't worry.
Hey, don't worry about me. I'm perfectly fine.
I'm getting shot at from all sides, but I got this. Don't worry. Oh.
Wow.
Help! Is this what your planet calls a restroom? Oh!
Welcome to Earth. That's how we welcome. That's how we welcome village around here. Jeez.
Die, motherfucker. It's around the other side of these buildings.
Yeah. So what do you think of the game so far, based on the
Something
footage?
seems pretty interesting. And it looks like it controls smoothly. That would be the thing I would be wondering about most. I hope the controls would be smooth for this game.
Alright, so I'm going the wrong way.
Because if it wasn't smooth, I imagine it would feel more like a clunky experience.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Because a lot of robot games also, like, from what I've seen, also have pretty clunky controls. And they're really awkward to see. I've seen some, like, really bad, like, Gundam games.
Yeah.
Come off of that. Which basically, like,
Oh shit, they found me! You guys suck! Yeah. I can definitely... It definitely looks like it moves a lot better than a lot I would think of. Right, the only thing I can think of to compare it to is like, I thought there was like one good like Transformers game that came around.
That might be like, it was a Fall for Cybertron or something?
Yeah, I think that was it. I remember hearing that one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was like one of the like Fall for Cybertron or something like that. I know that one I heard like. So yeah, do be careful, like try to encourage like you know, strafing and hiding behind cover and stuff, because the thing is like, you stand still and it can actually like, when you got like 2 or 3 of these like bow pods shooting at you.
Oh, they'll fucking rack up damage and really mess it up. Always keep moving. Makes sense to me.
So, always keep moving in. Always keep moving so you don't get shot, like in the shooting range? No, you don't say.
Yeah, you little shit.
Looks like you've got this area under control, Wolf 10.
Thanks.
There's a group of destroids requesting backup in Zone 214.
Alright,
Get
fine.
over there and give them support.
That's what you really want.
So now we go to here. Go with the destroids here. These
Enemy
guys.
battle pods approaching.
Of course there are. You guys need my help? Of course you do. Where would you be without me, baby? Don't worry, I got this, see? I got the knack. Why are you guys running off? Trying to die?
Thing is, they're gonna end up hiding themselves down there. So why are we gonna just when they show up on one side, just focus fire. Go back to there. Just hold down the square button to use your missiles. Or hand will pretty much destroy it. Yeah. Do it on the other. This is gonna give you a pretty good idea of how you're going to work around with the Guardian and the
Ah, right.
So if you didn't do the training mode, this is a pretty good way of doing it, but I do recommend you do the training mode
It does help me
if
get
you
a better
don't
feel.
know what you're doing, because
Yeah.
that is one thing I will say I give credit for this game though, is that they have a separate mode for your training, which is something I wish a lot of games did. Instead of like, you know,
You're not forced to do it, but...
forcing tutorial or asking you to do it in the main thing.
Yeah. That is nice.
Yeah, having the option to like have the tutorial and like a separate mode or something like that is quite nice, especially for something that big.
Oh, yeah. There's so many of these friggin' things! Jesus!
Mission complete.
And we're done.
Well, that was easy, bitch. When are you gonna buy me a drink, huh? I think I earned myself a reward this time.
And now...